You are now tuned into the dopest podcast in the world, Krown Jewels Podcast.
It's the Krown Jewels Podcast. It's the Krown Jewels Podcast. If you know, you know.
It's your boy G-Mo, the great king of the hustle.
Janae the Bay.
Hey, man, and we in here for another episode of Krown Jewels Podcast.
Hey, here we are.
Man, James supposed to be here in a minute. He hit me, said he was running a little behind, so, you know what I'm saying, he should slide in and filter in, so we still
Gonna get it popping. Let's do what it do until he get here.
Man, how you been?
Man, good. I can't complain. How about you?
Good. It's been a minute. Feel a little different coming in here. But
Okay,
you know
a little refreshed, like you see a little vacay. Okay.
Man, shout out, man. Y'all missed it, man. Party of the year. Let me give it to the host, Janae the Bay. You know
Hey, have a little game night or whatever.
Man, we had a little lit game night. A couple of, what was it?
Last weekend.
Last weekend?
Last Friday, yep.
Yeah, super dope. I put everybody onto that slow and low.
Man, gone. Everybody at the party was like, send me a picture of that bottle. It was good. I mean, I don't like Hennessy.
Yeah.
But that, I can groove with some slow and low. I don't know what the first name is. Start with an H.
Yeah, we don't call it that. So you good. We just call it slow and low.
We just gonna stick with slow and low.
Yeah, we just call it slow and low.
So if you haven't checked it out, go get you a bottle of slow and low.
Yes.
And now they need to go ahead.
Quavo said we ain't drinking Hennessy no more, no way.
He did. We said we canceled Hennessy because what did he say? Something about they ain't really for us?
They don't really mess with us.
Yeah, hey.
Which is true. Ain't really much of nothing it is for us. You know what I'm saying?
So,
and, so there
Hennessy.
it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
All right, we got a guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? I got my guy in here, athlete, speaker, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur, my
Come
guy,
on. Black
Reggie
Magic.
Calhoun Jr. in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on, fam?
Congratulations.
You
Hello.
need headphones, they are good. My bad, man. We got started a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But you ain't missed out on too much. But yeah, so I just filling them in. Janae had this crazy party last weekend.
Yeah, it was lit.
And this Janae the Bay. This is my guy Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
Nice to meet you.
Introductions.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy G-Mo, man.
Yeah.
All right, we in this thing. But yeah, Janae had this crazy
it was
party
lit.
last week. And it was lit. Game
Pretty
night.
lit. I'll go ahead and throw us a little flashback so you can see it.
Yeah. You know, I need
It was cool. And if you haven't checked out Slow and Low,
slow and low.
Yeah.
he put us on.
Good whiskey. I quit
good.
drinking Hennessy for slow and low. So, you know what I'm saying?
Do
We
it.
switched it over.
Hey, got to.
Hey, whiskey and scotch, man. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Brown, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
That's all you need, man.
So, man, I'm going to jump in with you in a minute. We're going to start getting you a story. I'm just going to touch on a couple of little stories real quick that I seen in the news in a little segment I call News to Me.
Okay.
News to Me, man. They say Tyler Perry a billionaire now.
He started from the bottom, like the pits, the trenches.
Bottom.
Because he said he was homeless at one point.
Yeah, living out of car.
Yep. And homeless to a billionaire.
Goes. They said Tyler Perry about to build a brand new mansion in East Atlanta with an airport in it.
An airport?
It's his own airport. Like
a landing
That's
strip.
stupid.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
stupid money.
Man, that's the stuff I dream about. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It only happens in my dreams.
That's convenience.
Yeah, for
yeah.
real.
Pull up.
Man, really, like pull up for real.
Damn.
Also, man,
airport?
since the last time we've been on, man, we lost Chadwick Boseman, man. So definitely want to
Rest
give
in
a
peace.
shout out to him.
Forever, look, you see, I'm repping.
I see you.
I'm
Yeah.
repping. Forever. Man, I was hurt.
Yeah, they hit different.
When I tell you I cried?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in my bed in the fetal position crying like a baby.
2020 been different, man. Like it's been
It's
real
been
different.
the most hurtful year.
I've been trying to like use the best out of 2020 and be like, because when you work a job or whatever, you always like, man, if I had just 1 week off of work, if they told me I could go home for 1 week, I get this. So I've been trying to actually capitalize on their time and build and focus. But man, it's hitting different, man. Like I'm scared to see what the last few months, like it's gonna go out with a bang or something.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, every month is a new chapter that opens up of something. It's like a terrible, terrible Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah, it's like a
craziness.
death this month, and then this month is something catastrophic. Then a death, then catastrophic.
Something, yep. It's like they planned it. It's timed or something. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to see what 2020 has to offer. Like these last few months, I don't want it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's facts, man.
Like, I just don't
I just
want
need a do-over. Like, this is my
Can we?
36th year. I just need the 36 back again at the top of the year.
We can do that. Look,
You know?
2020 did not happen. We don't have to count this as a year in our lives. Let's just go ahead and skip over to 2021 and just pick up from there.
Right.
The reset year.
Yeah, reset year, man, because I'm trying to do 26 all over again because it was trash.
Man, so my next question. Who is Reggie Calhoun Jr., man?
Man, Reggie Calhoun Jr. That's a great question. He's an athlete, former athlete. He's a mentor. He's resilient, tenacious.
Okay.
I have fun, man. I have fun when other people have fun.
Yeah.
Right. And who I am is at the core, I'm a principle guy.
Yeah.
So whatever I believe is what I believe, and I'm gonna act on that no matter what. So
Yeah.
my biggest quality right now is being tenacious. That's just me.
That's dope. That's dope. I like
That's
that,
dope.
man. Of course, I look you up, man, and I had to do my research. And we get a lot of guests that come through, and I look through. It's not much to say.
Yeah.
But looking of Reggie, man, I saw the letters RPA, college preparatory school. You know what I'm saying? And bro, that's dope. Like I can't. Let me give you a hand clap.
Yeah,
on
go
that
ahead and
one,
give
bro.
the hand clap.
I can't give you nothing else for that, man.
Yeah.
That is dope, man.
is.
Like that you put that together. You know what I'm saying? And for the listeners, man, if you can explain what that is.
Right. So RPA is basically a transitional program for high school graduates, founded on the principles of there's a critical point when you graduate high school and enter real life or college.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something needs to be had as that buffer year to get you mentally ready to transition from high school or from the school system to now you in the free. You do what you want, right? You go to class, you go to class. If you go to work, you go to work. It don't really matter.
Right.
It's not an everyday where you're gonna be at. So RPA was set up for athletes. I feel like they are the forgotten segment of just education, period, because they focus so much on the athletic side that most people don't understand that there's they need more help, you know, and not to kind of like take the word in the wrong way, but the special education market, it should be catered to athletes too, because they have special needs within in education. So I created RPA, man, just to give athletes a second chance at finding out what they want to do. If this is really what you want to do for a career or it's just a hobby.
Yeah.
And help them decide how they're going to choose their major or their career track.
Okay.
That's dope.
Man, that's real
That is
dope.
dope because that's something that people are missing.
Yeah.
Especially athletes. That's a big part of it that's missing when you go from like that
'cause
transitional period after college or high school. It's important.
We see that all the time when you get like a high school student who go right into the league and they not really prepared to deal with what's coming towards them.
Yep.
And we find them that they're probably in trouble more
They be
or
all
they
over
lose
the
their
news.
money more.
Yep.
Yeah. So, it is a period that is required for that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's real dope.
Yeah. So
More people should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come through, man.
So, man, we'll talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
hey.
That's my lane. I like to mentor a little bit.
Yep,
You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
Yeah.
But also reading about you from New Orleans.
Yeah.
I like to know, man, how did New Orleans mold you into the person you are?
Man, you got to be tenacious to grow up in New Orleans. That's why I say, like, that's just embedded in me.
Yeah.
We grew up in the 90s of New Orleans when this was like,
Yeah.
New Orleans was New Orleans then, right? And to understand that you made it out of that, it takes a certain level of reflection, and then you just realize, like, the things you went through at home, taking it outside of your home makes you a lot more successful. Y'all mentioned TP, Perry, right?
Yeah.
He's from New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right.
And he went from nothing to something. Because in New Orleans, you learn to make something out of nothing with everything.
Right.
Like everything you do. If you go down there, you see those kids banging on buckets as drums, right?
Yeah.
And you just, cans on their feet for tap dance. Like, we just resilient and we just make things out of thin air almost.
And that's facts, man. I'm a hip hop head, and I can honestly say, like, y'all artists are different, dog. Like they are some of the best, and they don't get enough credit for what they do and what they contribute to the game a lot of people steal from New Orleans to make their sound.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's a lot of stolen energy without giving them that credit.
That credit, yeah.
Because it's so real and so authentic that when you hear it from somebody, it sounds good, but you're like, there's no way you made it.
Yeah.
Right.
You did all of that, you know, Master P.
Yeah.
There's no way you did all of
that, right.
You know, Birdman, Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, really? Y'all did all of that, and then y'all, yeah. That's real life.
That's something, yeah, because I could honestly say, like, personally speaking, it's inspiring to hear those types of stories where people come from nothing and get to something. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was raised like in the suburbs. I guess people could tell for the way I talk, you know, educated, whatnot. But I never like had to deal or personally experience that type of struggle or anything like that. So to me, it's inspiring and like good to hear that people, they're like, no matter how bad life is, you can still climb and get somewhere. But it's dope. I applaud and, you know, commend anybody who goes through that because it's amazing. Yeah.
It definitely builds true character.
Yeah.
Because you'll know who you are when things crumble.
Right.
So I knew who I was early on when you didn't have nothing. So me trying to get what I'm trying to get, if I fall backwards and don't have anything, I know who I am. My principles are the same, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're an entrepreneur. What was the defining moment that made you be like, I'm jumping off the porch, like this is it?
Man, I was lied to, right? Go to school, get a degree, get a good job. Well, I did the first two.
Yeah.
You don't get a job though. It's not how that works.
To me, it sounds like it's promised. Like you're going to get it. Yeah.
It was like, you know, I'm filling out my applications and things, and I got my degree on there, thinking that's gonna be what gets me in. No. You know, what about experience? Well, I played football. That's all I ever did, right? So I don't have experience as, like, in the work field. So I started, like, just using my degree on my own, like doing training and doing medical rehab and working in the hospitals and contracting with doctors to work on their patients. And I got a taste of making my own schedule, making my own money while doing what I love to do, which is help people. So kind of just put 2 and 2 together, and I became unemployable even though I wasn't making any money. Right. Mentally, I was already, you can't hire me now. Yeah. Because nothing that you're going to hire me for, I'm going to like.
Right.
I'm doing my own stuff, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's when it was just like, you know what? I didn't even give it a title. I just said, hey, man, I'm making money, right? Yeah. I wasn't a business owner. Like, not in my mind. I was just like, hey, man, I'm doing these services. Then it just became a business, you know, and then a brand, and then services added. I was like, okay, well, we can do this, you know. And then you realize, like, how small the business world really is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how easy it is to do business with anybody from your phone. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that just made it real easy. Right. You know? So, yeah, man, that's when I became an entrepreneur, 2012, when I couldn't get a job. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
And that's what pushes you too. When you ain't have no choice and you can't get a job, you gotta make it happen for yourself.
You make something out of nothing.
You make something out of nothing. Boom. Yep.
And I know I'm like that too. When the jobs come through, I'll be like, man, you can't get me.
You can't get me because I'm my own boss. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, you got to come with some more zeros, bro. I was like, for this type of work, this type of schedule, nah.
More zeros, and my favorite word, autonomy. Like, if I don't have that, I don't want a job.
I don't want it. Right.
Man. So, who are some of your role models or people who inspired you, like, in your journey?
Man, so we talked about Master P and Cash Money. So, you know, growing up in here in New Orleans, those were the guys who were moving and shaking and doing things. So you're like, man, I want to be like them. I want to be like Lil Wayne because he had that energy and he stood out without trying to be the star. He was just a star. Yeah. And then as I got older, you know, dudes like Jay-Z and Kevin Hart, and just watching them from afar and seeing where they once were and where they are now. So, you know, being able to touch a role model early on, I didn't do that. Yeah. I just watched, right? And those guys, to me, they helped me out without even knowing. So when everybody asks me that question, I always say, you know, it was just the image of Cash Money and all them, because if you want to get something, most people, you got to see it, right? But if you grow up in a neighborhood or a community where there are no millionaires, there are no people, so your dreaming stops where you at.
Yeah.
But me, I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, well, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
You know, even though I didn't know how, I just knew if somebody does something once, I know it's possible to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if they can do it, I'll do it. And I started just like watching and started like looking deeper into what they were doing, not what's being entertained thrown at us, but what are they actually doing. One thing Wayne did from 05 to like 09, he just worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Every song you turned on, you heard
was a banger. Yeah, yeah.
right? Then Kevin Hart. Every time you turn around, he's doing something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, he's always doing something. So the recipe
Common denominator.
Work.
Consistency and work. That's
Work.
all it is.
Even if you have a bad month or a bad year, them dudes work.
Yeah.
You know, so those are guys who I look at now still.
Yeah.
You know, you don't become a billionaire by being creative. You become a billionaire by being consistently creative.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's facts, man.
That's true.
Because even when I listen to Tyler Perry, you know, somebody asked him about, I think it was on that show, Black AF. They was asking him about he never really got an Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never got an Oscar, and he was like, "Man, I don't care
I
about
don't care
that."
about none of that.
He was like, "My people that I make the movies for enjoy the movies."
Right. Ain't
was
trying
like,
to win
that's
nothing for
it.
them, you know.
Right.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
say it, but for them. I don't care about
like-
pleasing and appeasing them. I mean,
Yeah,
my
he's
people
like,
rock with
it
it.
is what it is. He's like, the
Yeah.
people that I make it for, they enjoy it, and he's
Right.
like, it sell out, and I mean, you go to Atlanta and you see his name on the highways. It speaks for
Everywhere.
itself, you know.
Yep.
What I'm
And look at him now. A whole billion
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah,
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
right,
Numbers don't lie.
I don't care about the Oscar.
Right.
You see these numbers over here?
Right.
right, man. What's the common myth about you?
Man, I don't even know if there's a myth about me. There might be a couple rumblings in the bushes, but you know, I don't really think there's a myth about me because I'm just open,
Yeah,
right? Anybody who knows me knows me.
yeah,
And if you don't know me, you can get on Instagram and you can
Hey, look me up.
who I am is who I am,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can Google my name and who I am is who I am,
Right.
So a myth would probably be whatever somebody else probably envisions me being.
yeah,
They
That's
think
for
they
them.
know.
You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
I don't really have a mythical appearance or an aura about me because when I show up, I'm just 100% me.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I walked in here and I just sat down. Like
That's me.
it's me,
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, man, I don't really think there's much of a myth about me.
Yeah.
But I do think when I talk to certain people, they may think that I don't have emotions.
Yeah.
So we can say that.
All right.
We can say that.
Hey, James the Gemini
James
just walked
the
in the building.
Gemini.
You know what I'm saying? I got my guy Reggie in here. My guy Reggie, James, you know what I'm saying? So
What's good, world?
I'm just catching up with Reggie.
Bay.
Right on.
Yeah.
Bad time, running behind.
Oh, you
Man.
good.
Before we go any further, man, drop your info for RPA, just in case I forget. Like,
So RPA, you can go to rpacollege.org or _ RPA Wildcats on Twitter and Instagram.
yeah. Okay. You got some questions?
For homie or for
Yeah,
bedtime?
no.
Let me see. Do I have any questions?
You know, because I want to dominate. You know, so
No, you good. Let
I
me
got the
think,
questions in the
think.
chamber.
You got any questions while I'm thinking of one? Because I might have one.
I'll come back around to you. I got some
You
stuff. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
you got some?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think I have one.
All right.
What would you say it was the most challenging part of becoming an entrepreneur and doing what you do?
The most challenging part, but the most rewarding part at the same time was waiting for your friends and family to support you.
Oh, man. You preaching.
Yeah.
I
That's
waited.
big.
I waited. Like I had the idea for RPA in 2015.
Wow.
I sat on it for 2 years, waiting on
Like, yeah.
friends and family to say, "Man, let's go."
Like, let's do this.
But then it was just like, "Man, f that."
Yeah.
Right.
Took off. So
That's dope.
the
Yeah.
one thing that I thought was gonna hurt me, it actually helped.
It helped you.
You know.
They say don't ever wait on nobody.
Don't
Okay.
wait on
No.
nobody.
Because when you wait on, they end up being like, they pull you back like an anchor.
Right.
Okay, man. This is the thing. You got to create your own wave and surf your own wave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
And
once you get high enough, people will see
People
you.
start seeing
Right.
it's sad though when you're trying to start something, the people that you think are your friends or your family that support you and got your back, they don't really.
Well, you know that approval is like a safety net almost. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
Well,
what
I think-
somebody told me as well. They told me that if you doing it to wait for help from somebody,
Right.
then you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Right.
You know what
And
I'm
see,
saying?
I think for me, I was trying to get them to come along because I knew what the idea was, and I knew who it was going to help.
Yeah.
So I'm reaching out to people and waiting for them to come because I'm like, man, we
saw the
all got a
vision.
degree. We all ain't got no job. We all can do this together
Yeah.
Get
because
together, yeah.
we all going through the same deal. So why not all together? But it just wasn't for them to do that.
Yeah.
And it's still not. And I'm 100% okay with that.
Yeah, you found your tribe, though. You found
Yeah.
your tribe.
So, what do you wish you had known back when you first started that you know now when you was getting started?
Collaboration.
Yeah.
Like that took RPA from just a program to a national, international brand.
Yeah.
Just from collaborations, right? So reaching out to people who are doing the thing, because Oprah says it, right? Oprah says, what I can't do well, I get people to do. So I give everybody a shot in RPA to do exactly what you do in RPA, though, right? So the collaboration is what I wished I would have had early on, but because I was so emotionally burned from waiting on people, I was like, I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
You know, I was the only coach, for first year, I ran the whole deal myself. One-man show, playing college games, going to Kansas and Arkansas and Louisiana and South Texas.
Oh, I know you was tired.
Oh, yeah. I washed the uniforms. I cooked. I did film. I did mentoring.
Oh, wow.
I did the bookkeeping.
Man.
Every day.
I knew you was tired,
Man.
motherfucker.
So being a person of color, did you find any challenges in that realm along the way?
Let me tell you, I don't get into all that.
I know you don't get into it, but
I'm saying, I can't go in no room where anybody of the opposite race gonna make me feel inferior.
No doubt.
You gotta show me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how I am in football, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
You,
doubt.
say,
No
you
doubt.
tell me he number one receiver, he gotta show me he number one.
Right. Gotta prove it.
You
on
gotta
the
prove
field.
it
Yeah.
to me.
So every room I sit in, I'm the best person in the room.
Right.
I don't care if you went to Harvard. I don't care
Yeah.
if you went to Yale. When we in this room together, you have to show me that Harvard education is going to trump me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, it hasn't happened.
I wish that was
And it don't.
True story.
And don't.
I wish that was a
yeah.
prevailing thought in our community.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
Not everybody feels that confidence walking into
Right.
a room.
But that
Right.
comes from growing up in New Orleans. You can't go to school and feel inferior to somebody, or you're going to be a target.
Right.
Right.
So you have to carry yourself like, hey, I'm with it too.
Right.
No doubt.
Just like you are,
I am too.
I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just how everything I do is built around just, you got a business? I do too.
That's a new movement. I am too.
Hey.
Hashtag.
I am too. I'm with it.
That's T-shirt gang right there.
Hey.
So man, I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna come back. I wanna leave something. You got a Bay Talk?
Woo-wee. You know I do.
Let Reggie know what Bay Talk is.
All right. So Bay Talk. I have my segment is mostly focused around like relationships, dating, it's just little things like that. I just be picking my little brain and seeing things. So and most of the time I'm looking for the male's point of view on things. So let's see. Okay.
Now if it goes to left, you know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
Hey, I mean, sometimes it get a little deep. But none of these this time they're not too crazy, I don't think. So, okay, I'm going to kick this one off. A man will have a wife or a woman that gives him good sex, good food, and peace at home. Why does he still cheat?
What does he want? Because you just listed off things that you think he's supposed to want. Good sex, good food, and peace at home. That might not be what
a
gets
man
him
wants.
going.
Or speaking of who said it's good sex, good food, it might not be.
It might
It might be
in her
what she
head.
thinks.
It's all
It's in
relative.
her head.
Yeah, so
It's definitely relative.
it's per man, right? So
Yeah.
you may have a guy who good sex, just keep him at home. Cool.
Okay, but what about, so I feel like most of my guy friends, they say, they really, the main thing they look for is peace at home. Someone that's not going, they could walk through the door, they got to argue, nag, stuff like that.
Right.
So even with just that, is that enough, I guess, to still make a man cheat? If you can have
I
peace
think
at
it's
home.
subjective, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
and
It's okay.
and you can provide peace by being extremely passive in your house too. So if I'm in my house and you just passive and nothing bothers you, that can be an issue.
Right.
Really? So not arguing it could be an issue, or
Well,
not like
but
being
passive, like
I know I pissed you off.
but you're not gonna, you're
didn't say
not
nothing.
saying nothing.
Right.
So why would that make y'all?
Well,
I'm just curious.
Because you look at it, right? Think about if you have somebody over here giving you everything you want, and your man come home and he pisses you off, and you say nothing, and he know you made him,
Yeah.
you know, mad. My mind's already on her. She got somebody else who's giving her piece over there, so
Right.
it don't really matter.
Really? That's what y'all think?
I can whatever, because over here I'm good over here.
Yeah.
Really?
So nothing you say is bothering me.
And then not
That's
to mention,
interesting.
like in relationships and dating, what people don't do, like we find like, all right, she look good, she talk well, she got a good job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sex might be good, food might be good, but we don't never really sit down and ask a person what it is that you need from me. Or vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can try to live up to this thing of what we think is good in our own mind and project that on them, but that may not be what they need. They may need less or more, you know what I'm saying? And we don't really have that conversation on what is it that I can provide to you to make you
Yeah,
happy.
but with to piggyback off of that too, I feel like a lot of people don't take the time to get to know each other, like your
Right.
views on certain things, like things that are important to you.
Yeah.
That like how you raise a kid, you know, how you know, do you spank, do you not spank, or you know, I want to send my kid here. Like no one sits and talks about like the nitty gritty of things,
Yeah, they
in
don't.
relationships.
Because
they
they're
stay
probably
very surface
masked.
level.
They're masked by the things that you actually spoke of, that you spoke of will keep somebody
keep
at
you
home.
there.
Some people
Yeah.
can get lost in a trance, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But
That's
I want to
true.
deal with somebody that I know we can rhyme in the clutch, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? When we
right.
need to make a decision or whatever it may be.
Right.
We can make that move because we in sync, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So, what makes a woman intimidating to a man?
That's subjective
It
too.
that doesn't exist.
See, I posted this on Facebook, and a lot of men said that it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist because, like I said, when I walk in the room, nobody's gonna make me feel inferior.
So, could you date a woman who makes more than you?
Money don't make you superior.
You said no.
I mean, I could do it, but I'm just thinking what your initial question. You know
Oh,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay. Well, because some
Carry
people
on.
said that would be intimidating is if she makes more than you.
Well,
I'm cool
No,
with
that's
that.
not
So-
As long
intimidating.
as she don't have that,
It's all on
that
you.
attitude. Like,
If you're
Yeah.
ready for that, you know what I'm saying? Can you
Yeah.
deal with that? Because some people, there are real insecurities out there. You know what I'm saying? You might
Right.
not find them until you're in a situation.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm ever been intimidated. I just been like,
Right.
damn, I ain't ready. I ain't got my shit together. I can't.
Well, so you wouldn't date her because of that? Because you feel like you ain't got your shit together? As far as like
Nah, that doesn't. I'm saying that may cause me to shy away. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
but I would. If
Yeah.
she made more than me, I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
something you're doing has like you marry a woman who's in tech.
Yeah.
She hit a lick. Now she a billionaire because she did tech.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some holes in her processes that I can come and help.
yeah.
You
Solid.
do that to get winning together. Okay.
I mean, that's how I feel. $5 million in my pocket of 5 cents. I'm gonna be the man in the room. Like I ain't
Hey,
tucking
I'm
my
still-
my tail between
Yeah.
my legs ever.
Nah, you should never.
Okay.
do that.
Not over money, because that means
Yeah.
anybody can sway you with money. You'll go do a deal just for money.
And you can lose
Yeah.
money fast. Like
That's true.
money
That's
can
true.
come and go.
It do
it's,
come
it's
and go.
character and you know what I'm saying, personality that sticks with you.
Okay. Want me to hit you with one more? Or
Hey,
you good?
drop it.
Hey, I got like 15 million questions. Okay, this one's a little more deep. At what point in time do you feel black families began to come few or far between?
The 70s.
70s?
Yeah.
90s.
Okay.
For me, I think it was late 90s, early 2000s when careers began to open up.
Okay.
And then everybody wanted to like be first in the industry. So you got women who jumping out saying, oh, I want to be in nursing. I want to be a nurse practitioner, or
Yeah.
I'm over here and I want to be, and dad doing global business, working for a pharmaceutical deal, whatever, right? So
Yeah.
he's always gone.
Right.
They're chasing careers. They don't have time to have a family.
Right.
So I mean, I don't think the black family disappeared. I just think we had to work, and once we were finally let in, everybody was like, I'm in, and I'm focusing on being in.
Right.
And you already know we gotta work like 10 times harder anyway in whatever
Right.
industry. So we ain't got time to like take off 6 months in the tech industry or in the business industry
Right.
to have a family.
Right.
So that's 6 months. A lot can change in 6 months.
That's true.
So if you're thinking about career security, I want to make enough money to take care of my family, but take care of my family, I got to be going. So the family takes the back burner.
That makes sense. Okay.
I think
Why
that
did you say 90s?
I think that coincided with the plan. You know what I'm saying? That was a combination of the early 80s, of the crack era, of
Yeah,
all
that's what I was
that.
gonna
You know what I'm
say.
saying? Because by the time we got to that point, then people, they gave you the opportunity for a woman to say, man, fuck you. I ain't got time to deal with you, dog.
Right.
And I can go make that money now. I don't need you. I don't even have to put your ass on papers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that started breaking it apart. Then you bring in the papers, the child support. That starts breaking it apart. And it just fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah. Why would
And
you
it
say that?
dissipate. And all the real grannies went away too, have passed on.
Yeah.
That's true.
That traditional granny, you know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
And these grannies not be in the club like
Man,
a
the
But
young
you think about
grannies.
when we was kids, a 50-year-old was old.
Yes.
You see a
Yes.
50-year-old now, she was like,
Shit, Taraji
Damn,
Henson.
Taraji.
Hey,
look,
Bernice
Angela,
Virgo?
Yeah.
Angela Bassett. Come on now.
Yeah, it's different, yeah.
Yep.
you know.
Why would you say the 80s?
Well, I said the 70s.
I mean 70s, my bad.
And why I said the 70s is because that's kind of the era in which the government started bringing in government housing. And
Yeah.
when government housing came, they started promising women that they can have these brand new pretty houses, they can get more money a month, they can take care of
Yeah.
their kids, send them to these segregated schools and stuff like that. And the key ticker to it is that we'll provide you with all this good benefit, but the husbands can't live in the house.
Yeah.
So a lot of women started being like, the husbands would sneak in sometimes. Like they would have to leave because the housing inspectors would come
Right.
and make sure they wasn't there. And so I believe that was the tip of the beginning when it started being like the husband lived outside of the house so that the woman and the children can live that better life.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't, after that, like they didn't keep up the houses, so family split. Crack came in.
Yep.
They killed off a lot of the black empowerment groups, and from there, when you cut the head off, the rest of the body started running
Starts-
wild.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Black Panthers turned into Crips and Bloods, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
Yep.
it was just like this cycle.
Like a
that-
downfall.
Yeah, so I that's why I was saying like the tip of the 70s was like the very tip where it was like, yeah, they want civil rights, but watch what we finna do in this next decade.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
right.
Because I would say like James, like the 80s and 90s, because not only with crack epidemic, it also was prisons, because then it came out
Oh,
with
yeah.
that thing,
Yeah.
with, sending
No
black
doubt.
men to prison. So
No doubt.
it all from there it started to go down, and then I just feel like lately, or maybe now in 2020, personally, I don't see a lot of like black families. I feel like we talked about this last time, like a lot of like healthy, good black relationships, or like a lot of
Yeah,
black.
I don't. It seems like sometimes that marriage in the black community is not popular anymore.
It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
And in my opinion, I feel like a lot of younger black men, like in my generation, are not looking to get married. Like talking to a lot of my guy friends, they're like, nah, like that's not something I see anymore.
A lot of the women the same way though.
And yeah,
Like
and
the
then
younger
lately women, or they like, nah, I ain't finna have no kids, and nah, I'm finna be like get married.
Yeah.
Like that's just it. So I feel like it's starting to slowly but surely like decline.
Sad because that's gonna be that's what they want.
Yeah, they don't want us to be able to
multiply.
multiply and do all this. Yeah, that's
all
just-
the abortion clinics in the hood. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
She
true.
gonna
Yeah.
depopulate y'all ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, and then they're gonna be mad when we be walking around with our little white men and stuff.
I wish it was a team of black dudes to just go get all white women pregnant. Shit. Just be
Hey,
some
some do that.
black
I mean,
raiders or something. They just out here getting everybody pregnant. Shit. Y'all can't eliminate us, bro.
but then they're not black.
They still black. They say
I
1%.
mean, hey,
Hey.
technically, that is true. That is true. You want more? Or you good?
You got more?
Come on now.
she
You
got
know.
We got time if you got
You
time.
got I got all the time.
she got a lot.
Okay.
She in her bag
Let's
today.
see. Oh yeah, I've been sitting there thinking. Okay. So, what does it look like if a man is interested in a woman? Like, how do y'all let a woman know that y'all are interested?
I'm gonna let them answer that first because I'm a little wild with my response.
Uh-oh.
Letting them, you can either let her know straight up or you can let her make it. It's just what mood I'm in personally. I'm a Gemini. I'm all over the place.
Uh-oh.
I might be
side.
feeling
It depends
cocky
on
one
what-
day, and one day I'd be like, man, fuck that bitch. I ain't got time. Though.
You said when a man wants what now?
Yeah, how does a man show that he's interested in a woman?
Interested how? Like relationship or sex?
Yeah. Sex, I mean, y'all be real straightforward with that one. But I guess relationship-wise.
I think. Are we talking about initially or just you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you don't know till you get that nut though.
I don't think that's true.
Very true.
I'll say like initially. Like,
Initially.
okay, because I guess my question. So initially, do y'all usually know? Like, if you first meet a girl, like, does it take a few times for y'all to know that you even want a relationship with her, or do you just be like, damn, like, I want to get to know her for real? I think I'm a.
It take me a minute because I don't
Okay.
really take no disrespect. I don't really take women serious like that. Like I think talk is talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta see something. You know what I'm saying? Some consistency. Like
Yeah.
I just think it's talk. But as far as me like approaching a woman, I mean, I don't got game. I don't have time to sit there and come up with these lines. So I'm real straightforward.
Yeah.
Either you bite or you don't.
But what does that look like? Spit some game real quick. What's
I ain't
that
got
look
none.
like?
You know, I ain't got just
lies.
whatever I feel in that moment. Like,
Okay.
you look good, you look nice.
Why
you know?
I gotta be some game though? Why it just can't be me
Because I feel like that's what it is. Like you said, with the
That's what I
talk.
said.
Like,
I don't got them lines, man.
I don't either. That's why I like to do my homework. I sit and watch it. Okay, this is how you get down. You know what I'm saying? And do I want
Really?
to intertwine with that? And most of the time when I meet people rambling, it just be a knockdown and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a physical attraction. I like to be intimately, like inside attracted to it. You feel what I'm saying?
but I feel like, like we talked about last time, guys don't take the time to get there though. Y'all
You ain't
see
gotta
how the
get that,
attractive
but
girl and you
I'm
like,
good at. I can read your ass and see what you up to. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
in a controlled environment.
A lot of women though, they show you something in action, but want something different. You know what I'm saying? So I can.
What do you mean?
You can show me interest, like what? Because we're talking. You can look interested. You can give me the eyes. You can give me the smile. You can look cute. But you ain't really tripping off me for real. That's just something you might do. You know what
That's
I'm
how
saying?
we feel with men too, because y'all show that representative for a little bit, or y'all, act like y'all want something, and then you be like, okay, yeah, I'm good.
I saw deep with it. I go on Facebook and see what kind of mutual friends we might have, and depending on them friends, I kind of.
Hey, what you know about
No, I ain't gotta ask, but I just know if you know how that person get down. If you
That's
connect.
not necessarily true.
Shit.
It's not always true that birds of a feather flock together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so?
I don't think so.
Some of y'all good at hiding it.
Speaking from experience,
My
I don't
bad,
think
brother. We
so.
ain't got you
yeah,
too.
my bad.
This is what I do though. Like I just peep the scene. I listen, right? But for me, the conversation gonna let me know everything. Like, I want to know what you want to do, and if I ask you, so what are your goals? One goal. You don't have a goal. We have nothing to talk about.
No doubt.
There we go.
Hey, y'all listening? Write that down.
Y'all hear that? Hey, that's a nugget. You hear that jewel just dropped?
Think about it, right?
True,
Because
yeah.
if they don't have a goal for themselves and they have nothing else going on, and I ask you, what's your goal, and you just give me one and you don't have one, I can't be surprised later on down the line when she becomes lazy. She didn't become lazy. She was already lazy.
She was already lazy.
You knew that.
I left the ex because of that, bro. Like I was like, bro, I'm not finna come home every day and watch Netflix and sit on the couch. I'm like, dog, can we take a trip? Can we?
Let's go somewhere.
Let's buy a
Let's do
couch or
something.
something.
Yeah.
Something exciting.
Yep. That's true.
And I got rid of it because of that. I was like, I just got bored. I'm like, damn, this is boring, dog. Coming home every day and we finna watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
But,
like, what's your goals?
Yeah.
Like, no goals, just cool with going to work. And
I'm a go-getter, right? So I don't necessarily need my woman to be a go-getter,
yeah.
but you have to understand go-getters.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you ain't gotta be one, but just know that hey, like I'm always moving.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm always,
right.
On the
Doing
go.
something.
You gotta
Yeah.
dig that. Yeah, I
And-
might be gone, baby,
right.
but
And-
I'm good. Just know I'm out getting it.
Yeah.
And some women don't
bothers
like
you.
that though, which
Yeah.
don't make no sense. Like
Well.
if you out working, they be like, "Damn, but I want a little QT. I want some time." Like, yeah, time and stuff is cool, but I'm trying to take care of the household.
Yeah.
I just don't like.
You got to watch them type of women.
Yeah, because
Them
there's females that
them
complain either way. They complain when you ain't got no job and you ain't doing nothing, and then they complain when you out there making money and making something happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to choose one.
Yeah.
You
That's
gotta
them
pick
Captain Saver man
Well,
women.
yeah, those sneaky ones.
It's also not. It's just a commitment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you always going, you always working. She feel like you're committed to your job. Well, when you at home, what dude's gonna do? Probably sleep, smoke, play games, watch TV. Like now you're committed to that. So I don't want you at home.
That's my peace
I
of
want you to-
mind. I've
Right.
been out sword fighting all day,
sword
baby.
fighting.
I'm tired.
You know.
I am motherfucking tired. I just want to sit here and kind of just let it all
Relax.
come down. Yeah. And I want to do it with you around in my family. I don't want to have to leave out and go hang with my partners to
Right.
get that release. You know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
That's something I
Right.
want to do at home.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
it's crazy how that, you know what I'm saying, that dynamic works.
That's that peace thing.
That peace.
Yeah.
You see that peace at
So
home.
my man want peace at home, but he want peace at home within the family too. Not just like off to myself with peace.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people think like men want peace to be by themselves. No. I just want to be able to come home, chill. You watching TV, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
But we in the house together.
See, but female. So I personally, I don't like that. Like I don't mind doing it sometimes.
Right.
But if we like every time you come home, I'm over here and then you over there all in your phone, like all the time. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, understand peace at home, but give me some time too. Your phone is gonna always be there. Like, put the phone down for
But
a
see,
second
this
and give
where
me
it
some
come-
time.
This is where it comes to being creative in the household. Like you have to find a way to intertwine them.
Right,
Like you
right.
can't sit there and just watch him on the phone. You got to be like, let me nuzzle up You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some stuff on my phone too. Let's bounce them back, or let's find a show together.
Right.
You gotta like
And
women
play
to be like,
video
just
games.
stop what you doing and pay me attention. You can't do that because you gonna.
But what if you
with,
do all that though? You do all the nuzzling and hey, or hey, let's talk about blah blah blah. But he like, yeah, like just all in his phone. Just seems more preoccupied with his phone than
You never ask.
trying to
though.
spit.
You see what I mean? Like you never ask, what do you want?
That's, yeah.
Like the female like never asked what do you want or
Yeah. Or he never asked you what you want because you may want to be cuddled up and this and that, and he may be trying to wind down for a day, and you looking at it as him just being in his phone. That's probably his moment
piece.
of like.
okay. See,
How,
so
this is I'm gonna put it just simplistic like this.
okay. Say it to me.
How before there was any technology when it was just caveman, how did the woman act when the man was out hunting all day? He dealing with whatever dangers out there, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't came home with 2-3 animals. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. He
Probably
was,
said booga booga booga. I don't know what.
no, I'm just saying like real time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because she ain't had, but they didn't have nothing. They probably did stuff together. They didn't have cell phones and stuff.
They weren't hunting together.
They weren't. No, but when they come home, they probably preparing the meal together, or they still probably sitting there, spend a little QT together. It don't have to be like us going out, but us cooking together, us cleaning together, us doing
So y'all will say
something
that.
together.
Y'all will say that.
That's extremely weird.
How's that weird?
Extremely weird.
Spending. How's that weird? Cleaning and cooking
I feel
together?
like, yes, like I wash the dish, I hand over to you.
No. I ain't talking like that. No.
I'm like, yo, that's like extremely weird.
No. That's only on movies.
Yes, that's what I'm about to say. I'm like, you got a whole
I don't want
assembly
none of
line there.
that. No, but I mean, like if we have like a little cleanup day, like on Sunday, we put on our little music and we
Oh, for
jamming
sure.
and we like cleaning the
But
house
I think
together.
you should have that. But I
Yeah.
think that's acknowledged. I think that comes with it. But I think the majority of the time, I do want to come home and just give me that peace of mind. If you want that real focus, then I'll
Yeah.
give that to you. But let me get this day off of you, especially as a black man. Shit, I've been out fighting all day. I probably
But
didn't want
y'all
to
don't ever
shoot a
get,
couple
like-
motherfuckers.
Y'all never
I
missed your
didn't-
girl though? Like when you've been out all day doing
But
all that.
sometimes being in the house with her is us being like, I'm
Yeah.
good with my girl.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
we
See,
used
'cause
to
it's
being
funny
on the
'cause females don't
move.
think about that. We like now, I want to be snuggled up. I want to be with Bae. I want to, watch a movie. I
I'm
want to
like,
go out
I'm
and do
here.
this.
Because me, I be out the house. I used to be, when I got out of work, I
To
go
the
home.
streets.
Yeah. I holler at you. I be home. You know what I'm saying?
So
is wild to me.
sometimes that's the level of completion where you like, I'm at the house. She's over
Yeah.
here. I know her presence is. I feel her
Yeah.
presence.
Right,
The
right.
kids over there, whatever. We good.
That's wild that is enough
But
for
see,
y'all.
this brings it back to just that communication
Yeah.
of what each other needs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, if you go over to him and be like, hey, I know you like to wind down, but I would like some quality time. Can we put something together? Can we say Friday nights we gon' sit in the house, drink wine, and listen to old, I don't know, Master P songs or something, whatever y'all thing is, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he with it and y'all with it, y'all can agree to set that time into the days or day a week or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's the communication. Most men think like this: if I didn't do nothing, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't go, I ain't sleeping with nobody. I ain't texting nobody. I worked. I brought the money home. We good.
That is crazy that y'all think. Just hearing
Why
the
is that
male
crazy,
mind.
though?
Because I guess, me even being a female, females we can be complicated. And I ain't gonna lie, I can be complicated too. But I also feel like in a way I'm simple. So, but to hear like just being there in the house should just be enough. I feel like to girls, like when I'm talking to my friends and stuff, to us that's not enough.
Yeah, you sound like a baby, though.
But
Oh
you
my
gotta,
God.
but you have to find the dude that matches
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
what you
no
want.
doubt.
Because if I'm always gonna go, and my mind's always running, I don't have time to sit down and just
Facts.
live in bliss.
You had
But you
like,
can't even do it for like that. Like I'm saying, like
this,
for a few minutes.
What if his ex was the type of woman that didn't like that? Like she's always like, he come like, hey babe, how you doing? And she like, all right, boy, go, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. I'm over here doing my thing. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we condition to our past. So if he like, I dealt with this woman, she didn't like it, and this other woman didn't like it. Women don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that where you have to be like, hey, this is what I require. These my love languages or whatever.
Facts.
Like this is what I need to feel appreciated or whatever. I need to be touched. I need to be talked to. I need to be words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying?
So when do you bring that in though? Like when you discuss your love language in a relationship, like when do you think is a good point in time in your relationship to say like this is how you show me?
I think I was just gonna say that.
Like y'all being committed to one another.
I wouldn't say do love languages right away, but y'all need to have a conversation on what you like and what you need.
Well, it's love languages. You should.
I mean,
but
once you see it
how soon though?
When it's starting to get serious, I think you start to understand what you're dealing with. Now, what we do have a problem is we run them fucking red lights and don't think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you see that person who they is,
she got ass. She like to cook chicken.
But she get on nigga nerves. Damn, she look good. She cook chicken.
So I look at relationships and business deals and jobs all the same. Mm-hmm. Before you get a job, you got to do what? Do an interview.
Yeah.
Do a background check. Do a drug screening. Till you get a job.
Yeah.
That's day one. They don't wait the 60 days and then say, we're going to piss test you. They off the jump with it.
That's a jewel. Y'all
they want to know. They want to know right now, are you even worthy of being in my company?
But for y'all, what is getting serious though? For
women, y'all got to write that down. Are you worthy to be in my company? That's
good. But how do you know? Like for a female to know from a man, how do you know? Like when do you know that it's serious and for y'all to like start talking like that? Because you can't do that like on the first date.
You should have that level of communication.
The conversation shouldn't be on the first date. Hey, you like ice cream? Yeah, me too. It's more so, hey, look, this is what I've been doing. Like I came in here, y'all asked me, so what did you grow up in New Orleans do? I don't know y'all. But we're having a conversation about me. Right. Everybody likes to talk about them. So let's talk about you. Let's like really talk about you.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about your past traumatic history that your grandfather used to like beat you with sticks. No, I don't hear that part. That's a little dark.
Yeah, what's your goals and ambitions? What you like to do? You know what I'm saying?
And then if we know there are tools out there of a love language, hey man, what's your love language? Yeah, mine changed twice. Mine used to be the physical touch was number one. Now mine's the word is affirmation now. Because I grew up and started realizing like the physical touch part comes after I believe that you believe in me.
Yeah.
But if you don't know that, you would never get past year one.
Okay.
True story.
Yeah.
So for y'all, when is it serious? Like to a man, like when you know you're serious about that girl.
When I took my time to come talk to you.
When you took your time to come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I approached you, it's serious.
But you don't know her.
I got a lot more other things that I'm doing out there, and I took time to stop.
Yeah,
and come and talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know about you now.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm probably just gonna tell you straight up, I'm in it to win it. It's not gonna be nothing complicated. But like, hey, babe, damn, I'm feeling you. Like.
Yeah.
Because you know when you at that point.
Fact.
Right.
When you want to be at that point individually.
Yeah.
Now y'all got to communicate and see if that's mutual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's me. I'm a mutual communication. Like if you match my chase, if you chasing me like I'm chasing you, we got something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't want to feel like I'm always calling you, always texting you, always trying to convince you to go out. Yeah. And I'm an option to you. You did. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Okay. So if I could feel you doing just as much, if I'm like, damn, I planned a date, and she called me like, hey, what you doing Friday? I planned us a date too. Like, okay, we can work.
So y'all like that assertive, like
I like that. I don't want to say that's for every man, but I like that.
It's not an assertiveness. It's more so like
showing interest.
Reciprocation.
Right.
Okay.
Reciprocation is
every man that's pursuing a woman want to know that he's getting a green light. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You don't want to just be out there pursuing and you don't know what you're doing. You know?
Right.
Just wing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hope she say yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't the way to do it.
Okay. You got a two side, bro?
I didn't have no two side, but I had a thought just in place of that in a couple of minutes, man. I was just thinking, hold
on.
Hey.
There it is.
Mine's coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming.
And this is it's a simple thought, but I was like, why are we so oblivious to like what's going on? Like, why can't we all collectively act together to help better our situation? And I speak in reference to the Black community. I was like, we know there's real issues, real problems, but yet nobody can really stop life and say, damn, y'all, let's all get together and hold hands, kumbaya, whatever, and hammer this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think we're so comfortable, like we see the brutality and all this other shit, but I don't think people, the majority, care like that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us are comfortable, and that's just weird to me.
I think I feel that 100%. Like
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you out. I'm gonna tell you where I'm coming from because even though I can get out here and make a difference, it's gonna be a small. I'm gonna make a small stab at making a change and impact. You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later, that shit gonna falter because ain't nobody really backing me up, or it's hard to find people to really follow through and say they really in it because they're protective of their image, they're protective of their job or how people may look. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't know. I find this shit weird, bro, and I'm having a hard time with that lately. I guess just being in with Corona, and I try to turn my face to the brutality and to real systematic racism, but I'm like, man, shit, I don't think we can win this shit.
Like an army of one, yeah. And you hear like Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud, like all them names are starting to like die down. Like you don't really hear like about the protesting in Dallas or anywhere. Like everything is just starting to die down. It feels like unless they're just not covering it on media anymore. I heard in Portland they still wilding out, but. Everywhere else, you don't hear about it no more.
Yeah, and I'm not saying let's just go all out against another race or, you know what I'm saying? Because like, white people I fuck with, real heavy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like us, why can't we just figure it out? Why can't we get our tribes together and say, hey, y'all, this is a united plan, you know what I'm saying? We got us a candidate we finna put together and we're going to push him. We're going to put all our money behind him. He's going to help us get this systematic shit up out of here so everybody get a fair chance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we are a show me people.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. If it didn't happen to you, like, I know about JPEG, dudes doing life and people getting killed. But my homeboy who grew up in Beverly Hills, he's like, nah, man, I don't know if that really exists. It does.
Like Lil Wayne said the same thing. He was like about the whole. He was like, oh yeah, like it didn't happen to me. So, so what you mean, Lil Wayne? We all black.
He ain't got to watch TV.
But see,
those are not problems that he got to deal with.
But see, and that's why I try to tell people to understand. Okay, New Orleans. When I grew up in New Orleans, I seen white people, black people. We all chilling, eating, drinking, having fun, right? Imagine you coming from that, and then you go 4 hours north of Louisiana and get called nigger off the jump. Like, whoa, y'all still say that? It's 2010, bro. It was good. But Wayne grew up in New Orleans, became rich. He's never dealt with it. Yeah. So for him, it doesn't happen to me. But you still gotta say, hey, bro, it's really happening. Like I said earlier, if somebody become a billionaire, I know it's possible to become a billionaire.
Yeah, true story.
So if somebody's getting shot, I don't care what they did. We grew up in the hood and they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight because that means it's an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So if this dude don't have a knife or a gun and gets shot in a gunfight, who's that wrong?
Yeah.
The person with the gun.
Yeah, I just don't like the mentality though of like it's not happening to me, so
I
don't care. It don't take much, or it's not that hard to put yourself in somebody else's
I think
shoes.
it's just embedded in us though. You think about even back in slavery, this man get lynched, and it's like, damn, it didn't happen to us this time.
Like, thank God, that's not us.
Embedded, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even with the whole tribe, when they used to go over to Africa, be like, hey, we either gonna take you and your family, or you give up him and his family. Like, what you want? Yeah. You gotta be like. Him over there.
It's deeply rooted. It's bigger than just ignoring it. It's in our damn near DNA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it sucks for the people who care. Because I know, like, I was extremely into it coming from St. Louis and dealing with the Mike Brown situation. Mm-hmm. I was extremely into it back then. You know what I'm saying? Like protesting, posting about it. But like when it started happening more frequently, especially recently, like I feel like I got PTSD. I don't like dealing with it no more because it fucks up my spirit. Like I don't feel good. I'm pissed off. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm grumpy. I'm taking it out on people. And like so now I'm like, I make a post, but then I kind of stay off of it because I'm like, I took on a lot by myself and I'm preaching to everybody like, yeah, we need to do this, do this, do this.
Right.
And everybody like I always say this, it's a joke, but I always say, all it takes is for a new Beyonce album to come out and they done. And clear enough, like this year we had a lot of stuff going out, and then Black is King came out, and then it disappeared.
And everything was going,
I mean, it ain't nothing got to do with Beyonce because she putting on. It's just as soon as something new, a new fad, a new concert, a new album, a new anything come out,
bag,
we offer the oppression, and we back to living life, and it's just something about. Our attention spans ain't long as shit.
It's not long,
you know
because they know they just gotta put out something to appease us, like the shoes or a new bag or like you said, like new music.
Yeah.
And for me personally, like with everything going on, I have bad anxiety. So now, like for me personally, even like driving around and a cop be behind me, I start getting an anxiety attack. I'm like, oh shit, like the cops are behind me. My chest start clenching. I can't breathe. Yeah. I'm like
welcome
I'm panicking.
To being a black man.
Like, and that's real. No, and that's like I can feel that, and that's why I don't even watch like the videos of people like being murdered, like the George Floyd video. I couldn't watch it because I'm an empath. So I see that and I take that in, and my heart like literally like just breaks. Right. And then I think of that could be my dad, that could be my best, my friend, that could be my nephew, that could be anybody that is black or anyone around me that I know personally. You don't even have to be my friend. If I've known you and met you, like that's gonna impact me and make me feel some type of way because that is another black person, and it don't matter who it is, but that anxiety piece, like I understand like how y'all feel, like walking out the door every day is that anxiety, and that's how I feel too. I'm like, man, like I feel like I can't relax, I can't breathe, like I can't breathe. Like even walking on the trails and stuff, like I get anxiety. I feel like a white person gonna just come up and attack me for no reason. It probably not gonna happen, but in my head it could. So I'm like I got something on me all the time. Just know that. Like you ain't finna just get me easy. But gratata. Like I'm finna get you. And if it's not that, I got my little pepper spray. Like I got some. Right. So that don't mean like come try to attack me or nothing. But just know like I'm not walking nowhere. Like I will be nobody's damsel. Yeah,
man, we gotta do better.
Yeah.
But man, I want to thank Reggie Calhoun Jr. for coming through, man. We really appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
a dope, amazing story. Definitely go over and check out RPA, man. What you have coming up next, man?
I got a course that's coming out on just how to navigate and be recession-proof in sports.
Okay. Send us the link, man. We'll be happy to post it for you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, man. It was good, man. Y'all got some good combo, man.
Thank you.
Hate I was late.
Also, drop your handles, man. So
So my Instagram, Twitter, all the same. Reggie Calhoun Jr.
Okay.
I'm simple.
Yep. Similar.
Find me. You know,
ain't no numbers and special characters in it. Yeah.
And I follow everybody back, so I ain't one of them uppity people who like I want my follow account.
Yeah, I hate those kind.
Right.
It's so weird, man. But man, it's a good conversation, man. I think I'll leave it with whenever you're black in America, they're gonna try to silence you by making you make more noise.
Ooh.
I like
that. And man, on that note, we letting Reggie carry us out with that right there, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Dopest Podcast in the World, Krown Jewels Podcast. You chilling with the squad? We out.
Bye.
Peace.